What's up, Internet World? This is WeTron channel on Nerdy by Nature Productions. I'm Leroy, the Ministry of Mischief, and that's Michael, just some dude.
Yep. Couldn't even give myself a title because I'm just some dude.
Yep, yep.
Ministry of Mischief. That you? Are you the whole ministry?
Uh, we're a small ministry,
Oh, okay.
kind of like
Cool.
Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Education. I, you don't know how many members we have.
Uh
We're
huh.
kind of we're the secret police of
Oh,
the Nerdy by Nature
that's
Productions.
that's never a good phrase. Secret police
Yeah,
doesn't sound good.
yep. Pretty soon we're gonna have masks and uniforms,
Oh, this is.
causing
I don't. I
causing
don't.
nerd causing nerd mischief all over. We're gonna say
I don't think
things.
I'd sign up for any of this.
We're gonna have hot takes like what's a hot take? Uh, oh, I know one. Are we? Oh wait, 1 minute. Make Magneto Palestinian.
I don't. Wow. Okay. Goodness gracious.
That's how we're kicking things off. No, on a serious note, I wanted to talk about this because I've noticed we talked a little bit about the Warner Brothers Discovery split, where Warner Brothers Discovery to split into two. They said two leading media companies. Um, that was just reported. The Skydance Paramount deal just went through, and now we have uh, within the last week it was announced that Hulu will be absorbed, phased out, and fully integrated into Disney Plus. And me and you talked about when the
What does that
streaming.
mean?
So what? So I need a
So you're
more.
saying Hulu is never going to be a thing anymore? Now everything will just be under Disney Plus?
According to Variety, this was reported August the 6th. Hulu
Hmm.
will replace the Star brand on Disney Plus internationally this fall. So, say child to the standalone Hulu streaming app, Disney said it's fully integrating the Hulu service, which it now owns 100%, into its flagship Disney Plus streamer. A new unified Disney Plus and Hulu streaming app will be available in 2026, the company said. According to a Disney rep, customers will still be able to buy a standalone Hulu subscription as well as a standalone Disney Plus plan. Today, we're announcing a major step forward in strengthening our streaming offering by fully integrating Hulu into Disney Plus. CEO Bob Iger and CFO Hugh Johnston said in prepared commentary on the media giant's quarterly earnings. This will create an impressive package of entertainment, pairing the highest caliber brands and franchises. They said some more stuff. Um, so here we go. Um, In addition, Hulu will become a global general entertainment brand starting in the fall of 2025. It will replace the Star tile on Disney Plus internationally. Work is already underway to continue enhancing our technology, and over the coming months, we will be implementing numerous improvements within the Disney Plus app, including exciting new features and a more personalized homepage. Meanwhile, Hulu's live TV business will be combined Fubo under a proposed joint venture majority owned by Disney. The Hulu Plus Live TV and Fubo brands will remain separately sold and marketed. So, here's the move to fully sue. So, Hulu together with Disney Plus comes after Disney, following 2 years of negotiating, closed its deals with Comcast to buy out NBC Universal's one-third stake in Hulu. In June 2025, Disney paid Comcast in total about 9 billion, including 8.61 billion in November 2023 and 438.7 million this past June. Comcast has been seeking more than 13 billion for the 33% Hulu stake. The final price tag was determined through arbitration by a third-party
Sir,
banker.
I
Yeah.
feel like I need a full screen with the numbers breaking down what you just told me.
So basically, Hulu Plus is going to be integrated into Disney Plus. Hulu, if you live overseas or if you are watching us and travel internationally, you. So I don't know if you clicked on a streaming service when you were in Japan. Well, when we were in Costa Rica recently, Disney Plus was on the TVs, the app, and instead of there being a Stars app that was integrated into Disney Plus. So in Disney Plus, you'd have this overall app, and within Disney Plus, you would have this like adjacent stars, or what did they call it? You'd see an adjacent app that would have a lot of the Hulu stuff, but it wouldn't be called Hulu. So now what they're doing is they're getting rid of that international app and integrating all the Hulu Plus stuff under one umbrella. And
Okay.
so essentially they're going to get rid of Hulu as far as like a standalone app, and all of that will be integrated into Disney Plus.
Okay.
Because, and part of the hangup was Comcast, because when Hulu was first announced, I don't know if you remember, and Hulu, everybody, Comcast, Disney, which is ABC, and I want to say CBS, but I don't. Or it might have been Fox. I think it was Fox. Each had a 33% stake in Hulu, because that's how you were able to get live television and all these FX shows, ABC shows, and NBC shows. Now, I don't know if you remember when everybody started making their own streaming services, you started to see stuff get pulled off of Hulu and placed on their own streaming services. And because they had a lot of these rights deals tied up, Comcast has been looking to unload their 33% stake. And then also you've started to see, so like when you watched Superstore, where did you watch it?
Usually it was on Hulu.
Uh-huh. When you watched the Mindy Project, where did you watch it? Remember when it came back?
It was Hulu original.
So a lot of times these television behemoths, these networks had their stuff in Hulu because that was like, oh, they don't have cable, then get Hulu. It's all the stuff from live television. They had a live television option, and you get to see some of these other shows that we have, and it was only on Hulu. And some of the stuff that they had, because remember, Law and Order used to be on Hulu. It was a lot of.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, a lot. Was it on Hulu? No, it was on WeTV. I'm trying to remember. It was Law. I remember Hulu having Law and Order, and then it moved to Peacock. So we've talked about this streaming war stuff, and it's heating up, and it's when you talk about the Skydance, Paramount.
Question for you. I don't want to derail you for a second, but you have been a prognosticator about the streaming cold wars forever. Like you said, it's heating up. Have we had any casualties in the streaming cold war yet? Quibi? Okay.
Quibi, hell, HBO Max or Warner Brothers is literally a zombie.
They are interesting because they were HBO Max, and then they merged with Discovery Warner Brothers, and they became Max, and now they're going back to HBO Max, right?
Take a step, go a step further. Remember, there was HBO Go and then HBO Max, and there were two separate streaming services. One where you
that was weird.
And then remember, those two combined, and then when the Warner Brothers Discovery thing happened, they got all of the HGTV, TLC, all that other stuff combined in the app. And then that's when what you're talking about is the naming, the whole what was on the app. They couldn't figure it out. And so under that umbrella, because you still have, keep in mind, you still have under the Warner Brothers umbrella, you still have Adult Swim out there. You had Cartoon Network, Toonami. No, Toonami is under the Cartoon Network umbrella. But yeah, the streaming wars are here. And right now it is the Wild Wild West. And the other part of this is how much oversight is the FCC and the Trump administration going to have in this, because they have to, the FCC has to approve these mergers, have to approve these deals. And if they don't approve these deals, then you don't get to do the business that you want to do. And that has been the speculation behind some of the things that we've seen CBS and Paramount do so that their Skydance deal goes through.
Yeah, you wonder, and I have not paid attention to. I feel like I've seen so much in the news come out about the mergers that have been allowed to take place. I don't know of the ones that the FCC has denied.
So right now, they haven't denied any of them.
Yeah,
They have, well, the ones we're talking about. There
yeah.
have been things that they've litigated over the years, and they've said, "Hey, what about this? What about that?" So right now, I'm on my Roku TV, right?
Hmm.
So so we're talking about uh, Disney Plus. So if you go to Disney Plus, you will see some things. Because remember, Disney Plus was with the service that was for family, that you could let your kids watch anything on it, and you didn't have to worry about it. And then when Disney bought Fox and a lot of the Fox properties, a lot of that stuff started to filter in. And there was prognosticators saying eventually they're going to do away with Hulu, because why pay for two things and
Hmm.
bring one umbrella? And they kind of got away with it. I don't want to say get away with it, but they, for a while, you were able to get a bundle: Hulu, ESPN Plus, and Disney Plus. Well, now, so like right now, if I'm in my Disney Plus app, right? So right now, if you click on the top marquee, you have Disney, Pixar, Marvel has a little umbrella, Star Wars, National Geographic, Hulu, and then ESPN. So what this says to me is, going forward, they're going to merge all of that Hulu stuff into this little thing over here, and then that Hulu app is going to disappear.
And then what becomes? What does that mean for pricing?
That's a very good question. They have not talked about that.
Yeah.
And they have not talked about that with the Warner Brothers Discovery deal, with those two companies splitting. And so here's the other thing which people aren't talking about. Well, it's not as mainstream as per se some of these deals.
Hmm.
You have that Amazon Plus, right?
Amazon. Is that the same thing? Amazon Prime, Amazon Plus.
Yeah, Amazon Prime. I'm sorry, I said
Yeah.
Plus. I apologize.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
So you have Amazon Prime.
Well, I have access to Amazon Prime.
Have you gone adless yet? Do you still see
No,
ads
no.
when you
We
watch?
still we do ads.
So here's the thing: there was a lawsuit. It has been dismissed, but a bunch of Amazon Prime users have sued Amazon because they said the fact that Amazon Plus has decided to add ads into their programming and then have the app option to go adless is a silent, sneaky way to raise the price of Amazon Prime. The lawsuit was dismissed with prejudice, which means they cannot bring that particular lawsuit back. The customers were saying Amazon did want to raise prices. They
Hmm.
didn't want to do a price hike. So what they did was they threw in ads on the basic on Amazon Prime to force you to go adless by buying.
Sure.
And so the judge disagreed, but here's where we are right now, where you're seeing consolidation more and more of influence, culture, and power with a handful of companies. And you've seen it yourself because you're a wrestling fan.
Hmm.
And where has wrestling gone? Because didn't they used to have their own app that you paid for?
There was the WWE Network. I think, does it still exist in any places like any third world countries, or do they finally all get merged to
Did you
be
say
the
third world
ESPN?
countries?
I did say third world countries because in a lot of the less undeveloped countries, the WWE app was still a thing.
Oh,
But I'm
I
trying to
thought.
think.
Sorry. I was gonna. I thought you were just talking internationally, and you were calling other countries third world countries.
No, no, I
Just
meant like literal third world countries
okay.
that are like considered underdeveloped. But
Okay.
no, people in the chat will let me know. I think WWE app is now completely gone everywhere, and it's either on Peacock or on Netflix or
Netflix.
some. Yeah.
Yep. So
Because
Raw is on
USA is
Netflix.
weird. Yeah, Raw's on Netflix. SmackDown's on USA Today, which is on Peacock.
Mhm.
But Peacock is weird because it doesn't have current episodes of Raw, and SmackDown is probably 3 or 4 months behind. But the pay per view events are current on Peacock.
Now that's probably because of the whatever the deal that they struck with Netflix, that Netflix is trying to go into live sports. So they want the live to be on Netflix with that whatever that deal is.
Sure.
Um,
Yeah.
so I think this is all interesting because we have talked. We used to work for a CBS affiliate. CBS. What changes do you know that CBS, or some of the things that has been going on with CBS? Do you know all of it as far as
No,
like
and I
the edit?
no. The
So there
biggest thing I
has
know is the Skydance merger deal.
the Skydance thing happened. There have been some editorial shifts at 60 Minutes.
Oh yes, the 60
Ter-
Minutes guy. Yes.
yeah, Terry Moran spoke out about some of it. Um, uh, Scott Pelley spoke out about some of it. Um, we've seen a shift in how Skydance is with the merger of CBS and Skydance and Paramount. We've seen a shift in how they have handled things internally,
Hmm.
and it has caused an entire shift in the media landscape, with some speculating that Stephen Colbert was canceled. The Late Show was canceled because of that. And we have seen, because you texted in the group chat, South Park went ham in their first episode. South Park
Yeah,
went,
I wonder what the end result of that is going to be. Because I mean, clearly their goal is we're going after the Trump administration, everything it stands for. I think the
yep.
second episode dealt with ICE
Mm-hmm.
severely. So I mean, and I haven't watched South Park in years. I didn't watch the most when it came back. I saw like the clips, or whatever, but I didn't watch the full episode. But I think there was a post credit scene where they have like a 1 of 50 style thing that they're going to slowly unveil over the course of the 50 episodes that
Mm-hmm.
Paramount bought. That is just going to eviscerate the Trump administration, or that's the goal of it. I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
And they have dared the Trump administration, and they're, keep in mind, I want to pull this up because I want to get this right. Um, South Park is suing Paramount over their licensing deal. So,
They're still suing?
yep.
Hmm.
Uh,
I thought once they got the money, they were good.
so they have a so they reached a settlement. Hold on, let me make sure I get this straight. So here's from the LA Times. The creators of Comedy Central South Park reached a breakthrough Monday in the tense negotiations over the streaming rights of the long-running satirical cartoon. Paramount agreed to buy the global streaming rights of South Park to bring the show to the company's digital service, Paramount Plus, for the first time in the U.S. According to three people close to negotiations, would not authorize a comment. The deal with Trey Park and Matt Stone through their Park County production company values the global streaming rights at $300 million a year, according to two of the people close to the agreement, who could not discuss the matter publicly. The deal is not final. The 5-year deal means the show will fetch $1.5 billion for streaming alone. The sum preserves the show's status as one of the world's most valuable TV franchises. The Paramount was eager to bring the cartoon home. In 2019, previous corporate managers licensed South Park to rival HBO Max, as Paramount's streaming service was still in development. That decision left Paramount Plus out of the cold, much like the fictional mountain of town of South Park, Colorado. The HBO Max deal expired in late June.
Okay.
So you have that, but then uh hold on.
Hmm.
Mhm. Here we go. Um Warner Brothers Discovery versus Paramount. Warner Brothers Discovery, which owns HBO Max, claims that Paramount breached a $500 million licensing deal for South Park by diverting South Park specials and other content to its own Paramount Plus. Warner Brothers Discovery argues that Paramount engaged in deceptive practices to boost Paramount Plus at the expense of HBO Max. So there is literally lawsuits, streaming deals, and this is a big deal because what I just said. South Park is under the Paramount Plus, is under Paramount. They're produced by Paramount. They're on Comedy Central, which is a Paramount brand, but they were streaming on HBO Max. That deal ended in June. They're back on Paramount Plus. But South Park is taking no prisoners and skewering, like you said, the Trump administration and going after their own parent company.
Oh yeah, they don't
And
care.
so all of this is to say, even when you own the content itself, you still have issues in the streaming wars because you may have the content. You may license that content to other people, but then you may need that content back. But you are in a situation where it's like, oh, we license that to someone else. And then you get into a situation where you throw in sports, or if you have HBO Max or Warner Brothers Discovery, where they're currently, like you said, who knows what they're doing, because at one moment they're chopping content at its knees and not releasing it, write it off on taxes, and then it gets a release date.
Yeah. Speaking of side note, I'm excited for this Acme movie. I hope it's good. I do want to see it. I will say the controversy surrounding it does make me want to go see the Acme versus Wile E. Coyote movie or whatever it's called. Mm-hmm. I saw the other one they did, Daffy Duck and Porky Pig. It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. I want to see it only because I believe that Wile E. Coyote has a case, and I do believe Acme sold him defective stuff, and I do believe he should win and prevail in this case.
We should do another side story on that. I don't think Acme was trying to sell murderous weapons to
only because I firmly believe that.
What you about to say?
I firmly believe that
Acme, you better not be with Wile E. Coyote.
Oh yes,
versus Dagon Roadrunner. Oh God,
100%.
You would be that person.
I firmly believe half of that stuff should have worked, and I firmly believe that the way that stuff worked, either two things: false advertisement, or they were purposefully setting up Wile E. Coyote by selling him Temu defective things, Temu quality things. Yes, I've always been in the camp of Wile E. Coyote.
That Roadrunner did nothing to Wile E. Coyote.
We don't know that. We don't know the backstory. We came into this fight.
You know what you sound like?
What?
You sound like police departments when they say, "Oh, you didn't see the other part of the video." Before we started beating up on people. That's what you sound like. You didn't see the other part of the video when this person wasn't doing what they were supposed to do.
You didn't see how they provoked this person. All I'm saying is
that's what you sound like.
All I'm saying is I feel that Wile E. Coyote is a victim, and I believe that he should have it. He should have his day in court.
Wow.
And I also believe that some of that Acme stuff either was advertised under false pretenses, or they are in cahoots with the Roadrunner to sabotage the Coyote. And I would be an expert witness. I believe this ever since I was a child.
Yeah.
I have always believed that. Yep.
Okay. What were we talking about?
Shit, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
You brought up that, and I was like,
I did.
Yeah.
I acknowledge it's my fault. I don't remember.
So here's my thing.
Yeah.
Going forward, because with all of these mergers, all of these, we have not taken this stance, and I have not. But I've heard people say this before. And we have been own physical copies of whatever you like because it could go away. We have staked our flag on that. That's nothing new for us. Are you still going to pay for streaming services? Or are you leaning more to pirating stuff going forward based on some of these things that are going on?
No, I would still want to pay for stuff. I don't think I would want to pirate anything. I remember I used to love Pirate Bay,
Yep.
really for music, honestly. I had a
Live,
huge music collection of
live wire
stuff.
for me.
Yeah, that I need to go to a computer store to see if I can recover that on a hard disk, but that's a different story. But no, I would want to pay for stuff because in my heart of hearts and naive as it may be, I'd like to believe some kind of way the creators are getting money from these streaming services.
Mhm.
I'm sure the split is not as good as it should be, but I feel like my subscription helps to pay for these creators' content, so I would like for them to get paid.
It's so I'm looking for something and I don't know where it is, but it's
Dad,
yes, buddy.
my cookie.
Yeah, I need you to go to bed.
Because I lost it.
You can what?
I lost it.
Okay, you lost it. How about this? If you go to bed, I'll come check on you and lay with you. Okay? You go lay
Because,
down.
because,
You want to sit and say hi?
mhm.
Okay, come here. Okay, come here. Say hi. You see yourself? So everybody, this is Owen. Say hi, Owen. Owen did not have a nap today. And if you are Bluey viewers, go to the episode where Muffin missed the sleep.
I just saw Bluey on the stage.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You didn't take a nap today, did you?
No.
So you
No.
were wide awake because you slept for a little bit. Now you're up again, aren't you? Yeah. So
That's fantastic.
yeah. So for all of you people out there who know me, you know, the dozens and tens of dozens of you who know who I was before I had children, and
Yeah.
shaking your head. This is the parent curse right here.
This is the
'Cause-
parent curse.
This right here is my little buddy. Love him to death. But this is Fight Club right here. And that is me incarnate, just a lighter version with better hair. And he is stubborn. He is sweet and lovable. But man, let me tell you, don't piss him off. Uh, don't piss him off. But yeah, he's been up for a while. So we've been trying to coax him to go to sleep.
So do you
So
feel
for-
like he's going to crash eventually?
Oh, he's definitely going to crash. He
Okay.
crashed earlier. You know when he crashed?
When?
After the parent teacher conference for his preschool.
Oh, nice.
He was crashing during it.
Okay.
He was going down like a plane going into the World Trade Center.
Golly. What is this episode tonight? Oh man.
Dad
Yes, buddy.
Yeah, Dad.
Yes, buddy.
Why would he say something
Yeah.
like that?
was being silly at me at school.
Who's being silly?
Mir at
Really?
Mir's being silly.
Yeah, she sits next to you, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your new friend. She was wearing all orange, and that's your favorite color, wasn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look at my favorite color over there.
It is. Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you go find Muffin?
Oh, he,
Yeah. Go look in your room. Go find Muffin, okay? And then I'll be there in a little bit, okay? Yeah. Yep, that's a box. Yep. So yeah, I kind of
I thought your only audio level was angry. I didn't know you came in other audio levels.
I'm a work in progress.
Caring dad is not what I was expecting.
Yeah, it takes a lot out of me. I ain't gonna lie, because there are times he does something I'm like, and I'm I have to like.
Yeah.
Dad, what is this box?
So Evan brought that box for you and him to play in, but you got to go to bed so you can play in it tomorrow with Evan. He brought it home for you.
Is it a boat?
It can be. It can be a boat. It can be a house. It can be a spaceship.
What about a TV?
It can be a TV as well. But I tell you what.
I know the box.
Hey, you want another piece of chocolate?
Uh-huh.
All right, go lay down and I'll go bring it.
Okay.
Man, that kid played you.
No, I'm about to lace that shit with some Dimetab, some some Dramamine.
Oh man, that's fantastic.
No, I wanted to talk about the streaming because I'm gonna be honest with you. Yes, buddy. Okay, I'll be there in a second. Can you hear that?
This is the best episode we've ever done.
So
What's
I
the
was
what's the streaming awards? We about to win an award for this. This is
I don't know
great.
the Webbies. Yeah,
Maybe yeah, we about to get an award for this.
remember he
Nominate
used
us,
to
folks.
remember he used to crash when he was real little. Remember we would
Yeah.
be up at night. He used
Yeah.
to crash this shit all the time.
Yeah.
Like for those. So here's the funny thing. Remember Mike when we went to San Diego that one year?
Mm-hmm.
Remember how we knew he wasn't bullshitting when he said he knew us?
Yeah.
I know he's like, you have your son in there. I was like, whoa, you really know
Yeah.
who we are. Because I
Yeah.
was like, yeah. Owen was in this shit religiously. I'm looking for this. It's a quote. Hold on.
Uh-huh.
Hey, you good? Okay, I'm gonna bring it in a second. He said, okay, my little daddy. Not a little daddy. Please don't call me that.
Why would you put that out to the internet?
I don't know. All right.
Hey, chat, let's see how far you get into this video. Put that right there, little daddy, in the comments. We'll see how far you got into the video. That'll be a good metric.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna bring it. Okay. If buying a game is not a purchase, then pirating them is not theft. And so,
Buying a game is not a purchase. Then
so,
pirating is not a theft.
so,
I'm trying to figure out this SAT analogy you got. Okay. All right.
so hold on. So I want to back up. That came out of the Stop Killing Games initiative, and one of the original creators of Minecraft, and I'm pulling his name up.
You mean not Notch?
Might have been Notch. Hold on. So, yes, Marcus Notch. If buying a game
Pearson
is
or
not a
whatever, yeah,
purchase,
okay.
yeah, then pirate is not a theft. This quote highlights the concept that if players don't truly own their games they buy, then the act of copying those games, piracy, cannot be considered theft. It was a response to the Stop Killing Games campaign, which criticized the gaming industry's path towards digital license instead of true ownership.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I mean, you could almost say that the games were the canary in the coal mine to do that for digital stuff. With streaming now, you don't really, when you buy digital episodes of TV shows, you don't really own it, right? You just have the license to play it.
And so that came out. Yeah, buddy. Okay, I'm gonna bring it. You got to be quiet and lay down. Yeah, but you're not quiet. Just because you say it quieter doesn't mean you are quiet.
This kid's on a different level from you, son.
I tease my wife that you got outsmarted by a 3-year-old, and then I'm bringing him chocolate at 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, he got you. He got you.
Yeah. So the idea behind the Stop Killing Games move it was in response to Ubisoft saying, when you buy games, you are buying a subscription, basically. And in this instance, I relate it to streaming services because we have seen many times people are buying streaming services for the content that they have. And a lot of times the content that they have is what entices you to purchase that streaming service versus another streaming service. I purchased HBO Max because it had Game of Thrones, The Outsider, all the DC properties. It talked about having The Last of Us. I loved Westworld. Westworld's not on it. It had The Watchmen.
Where is Westworld now?
Who knows?
Like, who bought the rights to be able to run it?
So they released to Pluto TV, I believe. or was it Tubi? But we've seen HBO Max or Warner Brothers lease a lot of their stuff to Netflix. So we've seen on Netflix Suicide Squad go on there, the Mad Max movies. We've seen Justice League on Netflix. So I understand people's frustration, and I have considered, I haven't done it. I understand people's frustrations with sharing passwords and pirating and using streaming services and going back to digital or physical because of all of these shifts in the streaming landscape. When this HBO deal happens, or or they're split into two separate companies, there's going to be a loss of content. When the Hulu merges into Disney Plus, wherever you are, there is going to be a loss of content in that. We have seen generations where you go from beta or VHS to DVD. There were movies that weren't carried over. From DVD to Blu-ray, there were movies that weren't carried over. We lost those films. From Blu-ray to 4K, same thing. We have yet to get a Strange Days Blu-ray. We have yet to get a 4K True Lies. There's certain movies we just haven't gotten.
I thought that finally happened.
I know that they talked about it. I don't know if it's been released, the True Lies 4K version. And as we put this out, it could be out, it might not be.
Sure.
But I'm of the opinion where I'm not going to begrudge anybody who's like, this stuff is costing a lot more money. And we ran through the numbers of how much Comcast got, how much, like we ran through, they were asking for $13 billion.
Yeah.
Like, I can understand.
Just to go back for a second to think about these numbers, when you say $13 billion and how crazy that is, and people, this is me slightly being on a soapbox, people don't think video games, are that big of a deal, but $13 billion for that. And then remember, Microsoft bought a video game company for nearly $70 billion.
The 33% stake, and I'll pull it back up. Here it is. Comcast has been seeking more than $13 billion for the 33% Hulu stake. They wanted $13 billion for just 33% of Comcast's stake for their content on Hulu.
Yeah.
ZeniMax costs $10 billion.
Yeah.
So I understand when you look at these figures and you're looking at all of these deals, and it's so hard to keep track of right now. And we haven't gotten, we hadn't even gotten to the sports side of this. NFL has gotten 10% of equity in ESPN. And now NFL games will be on ESPN. There's a small merger. I'll pull it up right now. ESPN.
Yeah, do we know how that breaks down, like what games they get? Because it's not like games aren't leaving NBC and CBS, right?
So not yet. So here's
the NFL Sunday Night is not going away on NBC.
Here's the breakdown. In a significant media deal, ESPN is acquiring the NFL Network and other NFL media assets, including the NFL Red Zone channel, in exchange for 10% equity stake in ESPN. The NFL will also license games, Red Zone, and other content to ESPN. The deal is part of a broader strategy to enhance ESPN's streaming service and expand the reach of the NFL content. So right now, as it stands, like you said, Monday Night Football, who airs that?
ESPN.
ESPN.
It's not ABC?
ESPN.
I mean, ESPN and ABC are owned by the same company, but is it?
Disney.
I thought it was on ABC.
Disney.
Sure.
So then Thursday Night Football, where's that?
That's Prime, right?
Nope. Well, it is Prime, but remember, it started off as an NFL Network property to bolster NFL Network. You have Saturday games. You have Sunday. You have some Saturday games. Netflix got a package for a game because remember last year Beyonce performed.
Yeah, we had the Beyonce Bowl.
You have Fox, CBS games on Sunday. Then you have playoff games. You like you said, Peacock. Monday night, Sunday night football is on Peacock. So with this deal, NFL has a media partner, direct media card partner with ESPN. Now we've talked a little bit about this, but not much. How does journalism fit into ESPN's deal if you're going to have a partnership with the NFL, but then cover the NFL? How can you accurately cover this if you have? And so this is a conflict of interest. People like Dan Patrick has brought up.
Yeah.
It's the same thing for WWE. ESPN has a stake in having Dana White, slap boxing or whatever that crap is, the UFC, and wrestling. So how can you actively investigate things like, I don't know, Vince McMahon and Brock Lesnar being accused of sexual assault, and you broadcast this stuff, or Dana White assaulting his wife on vacation? How can you actually investigate these things in
Yeah,
doing business with them?
It's going to be interesting to see when more of that, if and when the Janelle Grant lawsuit either goes to arbitration or goes to a public courtroom, to see how ESPN will cover it compared to other networks and stuff. And I usually, whenever I read my wrestling news, it's not from ESPN, it's from other places. So I don't know how they covered when the lawsuit was first brought up. So I don't know what those headlines look like.
So it is going forward. This is a very interesting time, not just because of the current administration, but because you have these consolidation of huge media properties who are in the business of having content. But then also, some of these media properties have a journalism arm or have a news division.
Yeah.
How do you actually have a journalism division investigate one of your media partners? Because we've already seen where the NFL backed out of the concussions. ESPN backed out of the concussion documentary that PBS did. So right now, you've seen ESPN cover the NFL Players Association. That's a huge story. I don't know if you guys, for those of you who are not sports fans, the NFLPA had hired an executive director or elected executive director. The way that executive director was hired was under a shroud of secrecy. They ended up getting a guy who was a part of a lawsuit with the government where it was one of the biggest fraud lawsuits to a company. The person who they hired, Lloyd Howe, who they hired as executive director, who they elected and hired, had a shady past, but then also had a conflict of interest. Guess what his side job was? To help private equity buy ownership stake in NFL teams. So how can you be the NFL Players Association executive director, representing the players, but then have a job that's businesses works with private equity to buy ownership stake and help counsel owners and private equity?
Yeah.
Then, through investigation from Pablo Torre and Mike
That dude is
Florio,
breaking all the news stories.
Yep. Those stories were broken. Don Van Natta of ESPN also found out that the executive director was using the NFLPA's money to go to strip clubs and had a driver drop him off at a strip club at around 10 or 11 o'clock that night, and he would leave 6 a.m. in the morning to take him to his condo. Now, that's illegal because you're using union dues, money that is paid by the players to finance you. He was you writing those off as expense reports.
Well, Leroy, I
Now,
mean, when you feel good, you can make everybody else feel good.
that's true. But
That's all I'm saying.
so I say all of this to say that is a huge story covering the NFLPA.
Mm-hmm.
Don Van Natta and his team helped break that story for ESPN. Pablo Torre and Mike Florio of PFT helped break that story on one part of it. Can ESPN break stories like that with the NFL if you have a media partner who you have a direct interest in keeping happy? It's the
So
same. It's the same with CBS.
I'm gonna add to that in a second. Go ahead, finish up. I'm
No,
gonna
go.
add to that.
But it's the same with CBS
Mhm.
capitulating and paying money in a settlement about 60 Minutes to get a deal done for a merger that makes their shareholders billions of dollars. And how can you continue to be a journalism?
Oh,
Hey,
Dad,
yes, buddy.
this boat wants to be a chair or a couch or a house
Yep,
or a chair.
it can be all
or
those
a
things.
basket.
Hey, remember the deal? If I gave you a piece of chocolate, you go to bed?
Okay,
Okay, hold on
You
one
didn't.
second.
You didn't
okay?
give him the chocolate,
I
okay.
didn't, but he came back and
so
you
you
see him in the,
reneged on the deal.
did not. I was hoping he would fall asleep by then, but he didn't. So if you can see, he's right here. So give me 2 seconds.
You thought you could play your son. Your son played you.
No, okay, hold on. So do you tell everybody bye?
Bye
All right,
bye.
wave bye. All right, let's go get the chocolate, okay?
Okay.
Okay, come on. Be right back. Give me 2 seconds.
Sure.
Okay.
It's fantastic. Oh man, I love it. This episode has gone off the rails in the best way possible. I hope people get through and get to the end of this episode and just to see where it goes from here. I don't know. I imagine the child would come back. This is great. Yeah, I imagine if no one's gonna wake up. I don't know. We'll see. While he's doing that,
Yes.
let's just listen in and see what this is.
And Daddy said I can.
Yep. Yep. Daddy said yep. Thank you.
Daddy said it. Yep.
Yep. Daddy said it. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Go ahead. I apologize.
Nah, this is fantastic. I was just telling the audience. I hope they get through all this because this is great. This is good stuff. What do you say, little daddy? Yeah, get little daddy in the comments going.
If we had an editor, we could like edit Owen like in the beginning, and that would be like the cold open of the show.
Yeah. Oh, the thing I was going to say was, you remember, not saying this will happen the same way, but we were talking about what will ESPN do when it comes to editorial decisions over news judgment and stuff. You remember when they had was it Playmakers,
Yes.
the NFL show that got too
Mhm.
real for the NFL, and then suddenly it stopped. Now I don't know. I know I watched it, but I don't know how it did like nationwide, if it was popular or not. But I know
it was.
I
it
know
was a
I watched
get-
it.
It has a
And
cult following.
Yeah. See, that's what I see. I don't know if they could argue, oh, we canceled it because it had low ratings, or because the NFL was like, y'all need to drop these stories. I don't know. But that was a fun show. That show got too real for some people in the NFL, and it doesn't
It did.
exist anymore.
It did. You know what's funny though?
What's that?
Goes back to my whole point of digital versus streaming. You brought up a good point. Do those up. I you know what? Let's look right now. Playmakers, ESPN.
Oh, you're trying to see if you can find it streaming somewhere?
Yep. Uh-huh.
I doubt it. I doubt it's on ESPN Plus.
It's on YouTube. You can find a DVD of it. But this goes back to this whole idea of, yep, I remember you can find a DVD of it. Now, I doubt that we'll ever get like a 4K or a Blu-ray copy of this.
No.
But here's
They want
the
to
thing.
forget that show existed.
I wonder, and this is the funny thing about this No one has lobbied for that to come back as much, but that's a show that I would love to see because it does have a cult following. How everybody lobbies for shows to come back. It would be interesting to see if that one, if like people like caught back, like if kids, because that's what happens. Like that's how Frasier got a resurgence. A lot of people started watching Frasier and was like, "Yo, this show is lit," and they started watching it. And then it got, a lot of these shows people find through streaming services. That's one of those shows that I wonder if it had a streaming service home.
It's how we got Suits, the spinoff that didn't last.
And
That was unfortunate.
But again, if Playmakers was on a streaming service and people were watching it religiously, would that have garnered enough attention for them to consider bringing it back?
Yeah, I don't know.
And that's another reason why you need to own certain things, because ESPN made it, people loved it, but there's talk of whether or not the NFL helped kill that show.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't have a physical copy of it, you don't know that show existed.
Yeah. Also, going back to physical versus digital, if you have the digital, well, no, yeah, at least in the case of WWE stuff, if you have like the physical version of a WWE, like back when they were doing physical releases of stuff, you got the version of the match pretty much as is. But now sometimes if you go back and watch old matches, they will edit out things that were in the matches or edit around the angles and stuff that they don't want you to remember anymore, which is interesting.
Hell, you don't even have to go back as far as WWE. The Tom Brady roast was re-edited to take out the boos for Kim Kardashian. You don't even have to go that far back. You can go back to Christmas time. And so we've seen that where shows will get little tweaks. Movies will get little tweaks. And if you don't have that physical copy, perfect example. Do you know you cannot watch The Boondocks is on HBO Max?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the Tyler Perry episode is not on there?
Oh, is it not?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Matter of fact, I'm going to HBO Max right now. I have the Blu-ray, the DVD copies of the Boondocks because I bought them because I thought they were hilarious.
Sure.
I still think it's hilarious. But Tyler Perry had threatened to sue Sony if they did not pull those episodes. And Freaky Tales is finally on HBO Max. That was on the plane that you could have watched. That was one of the movies I could have watched on the plane.
Okay.
Let's go to Boondocks. So yeah, I wanted your, because you watch a wide variety of stuff.
Yeah.
And I wondered what your take on all this is, especially considering you're still a journalist.
I think it's a slippery slope, and I just hope that cooler heads. I don't even know cooler heads will prevail. I just hope that there are always, because I firmly believe, and I know you believe this too, there's always a place for journalism for people to seek light in the darkness to tell the truth. And I just hope that we will continue to be able to do that when more and more places buy up, big mega corporations buy up more and more things, and there's less and less people being able to give their individuality and opinion. So I don't know. It's a freaky time, Leroy. It's a freaky time.
I don't see it. Let me go to season 4. Man, I forgot the Boondocks was on the same time as Breaking Bad.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Nope, not on here.
Write your congressman.
Yep. Oh man, Catcher Freeman. Do you remember the episode?
Yeah.
Oh,
Isn't Boondock supposed to be coming back?
So that was a rumor that they were trying to bring it back, but remember, it never came back.
I thought they were working on it. Is it not happening?
Oh, remember the fried chicken flu?
Yeah.
And then Popeyes made a fried chicken sandwich, and everybody was like, yo. Oh, the Booty Warrior.
All right, Leroy, we're not reviewing episodes of Boondocks.
I'm just saying, that's hilarious that episode is not on here. Wait. Is Pause on? Wait, was it the Pause episode? Because for a while it was not on here. Is Pause the Granddad episode with
Great. Are you done with your thoughts? Are we wrapping up?
no, yo, it's back. Yes. We gotta wrap this up. I'm watching this shit tonight. So we've been going about an hour. So right now, I don't know what you're gonna title this. The streaming wars are here. The Empire Strikes Back.
A child takes over. I don't know what this is gonna be called.
But yeah, this has been wild. Yeah, I have to watch this tonight because this episode has not been on the Boondocks for a while, and now it's back. So,
okay, what got you through the week then?
Reacher.
Are you caught up on it now?
I'm on season 3 right now.
Okay.
So I finished. I don't know about you, but I remember we talked about finishing Jack Ryan, and I finished all of Jack Ryan.
Okay.
I finished all of Jack Ryan. I do understand what people's talk of the last season was rushed. I finished that, and then I was looking for something else. Me and my wife started watching The Hunting Wives, and then I started back watching Reacher season 2. I thought season 1 was okay. Season 2 had me in my feelings because I remembered being in the military and in that brotherhood of having people who would do, like, having so many different personalities of people you might not normally hang out with, but the military puts you all together for a common goal. And having those people ripped out of your life through no fault of their own, of just them trying to live their life and do their job the right way. And seeing Reacher differently was, I really, not that I understood him, I felt for him in a way that I did not before. And I'm interested to see what they do with in season 3. But I really enjoyed it. I haven't been playing a lot of video games. I need to get back to it. Maybe that'll help my mental health.
Sure.
What about you?
I don't know if I brought this TV show up earlier in one of our press plays, but I just saw a commercial for it, and it reminded me people should go watch it. The Pradeeps of Pittsburgh. Have I brought that up? No. Okay, it's a show on Amazon Prime. It's a 30-minute style sitcom show, and it is a group of, are they Pakistani? Where are they from? I won't say what country they are because that would be racist when I get it wrong. It is
lead into the racism, sir. That'll get you elected.
Yeah. Okay. It is a group of non-Americans who live in America trying to better themselves, and you
can say immigrants.
They get into. Oh yeah, immigrants is fine. I don't know what words are what anymore. Yeah, immigrants who come over, who are very overqualified for the jobs they eventually get in America. But it's a very funny show, 30-minute sitcom style show. I think it's like 10 episodes. It's only one season. It didn't get picked up for another season, unfortunately. But a lot of fun. Yeah. I also talked about, I finally beat Claire Obscure Expedition 33. That game was fantastic. Oh, man. I think my playtime now is at 97 hours. And there's still more stuff I could do post-game content. I'm trying to beat the ultra super duper final boss. That thing is kicking my butt, but I will get to it. Maybe this weekend. I don't know. What else? I think that's it for me.
Cool.
Yeah.
This week has been this week has been wild because Evan started kindergarten Wednesday, so been dealing with that and getting acclimated. All of us getting acclimated to this new schedule. I want to get back into playing something, but I just hadn't figured out what. There's been a huge update for Cyberpunk that I'm
Sure.
like, maybe I should get back into Cyberpunk. Um, uh, I was playing Destiny for a while, but that kind of fell off. I was like, okay, I'm, and then they had a huge update which like reset the level cap for everything, and I was like, yeah. I just got back into it. You guys reset the shit again? Yeah, I'll come back after you're done. Um, so yeah, so I think I'm going to. I cannot wait because it starts at the end of this month. There are 2 shows that start. One, Twisted Metal's back. I've been watching that. Can't hear you.
All of it comes out. I said
So
I need to
what?
start watching that. Maybe I'll wait till it all comes out. I don't know.
So 3 episodes were released when it first dropped, and then they come out every Thursday. But the show that I'm waiting on, 2 shows. One is Peacemaker. Excited about that, but that's not the show I'm excited for. The show I'm excited for all year is Alien Earth.
Oh yeah,
Holy cow!
I know you're waiting on that.
I like that is, and I finally watched Killer of Killers. Third act, but man, let me tell you, have you watched it yet?
Mm-mm.
That opening might be some of the best things I've ever seen.
Okay.
The first 2 stories, the first 2 might be some of the best fighting I've ever seen in a cartoon as far as like like it is top-notch brutality, and like they find new ways to kill people. Like
And you said it's called
John,
Killer of Killers.
the Killer of Killers is a Predator in canon animated movie on Hulu, and I had been
Oh, okay.
I've been meaning to watch it, and I finally watched it, and I was like, this is amazing. And it's directed by Dan Trachtenberg. The same guy,
Trachtenberg.
the same guy who did Prey. So
Yeah.
I recommend that. We hadn't talked about it. We need to get back on our game about reviewing stuff because there's a lot of stuff that's out there. If you haven't checked it out, Michael just dropped our Fantastic Four review. Love to hear what people think about that. But yeah, Killer of Killers was amazing. I need I need more people to watch it because I need to talk about it with more people.
Word.
So yeah. So other than that, tell the people where they can find us.
Where can you find us? You can find us at. Oh, was that yesterday? Okay, cool. I'm downloading stuff. YouTube and Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. No, not OnlyFans, not yet. I don't know. Let's see where I got some feet pick stuff going
Hey,
on.
you want to see his feet?
Yeah. But yeah, find us there in all the places.
I might shave my head on OnlyFans for you people. I don't know if that's a
Y'all,
thing.
if you have y'all to pay for that, fantastic.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's got OnlyFans. I'm like, I feel left out. I ain't got one. What y'all want to see?
And great,
Y'all
wonderful.
want to see? I'm gonna be the only person on OnlyFans being like, what y'all want to see? Y'all want to see me play these video games? You'd be like, this dude ain't gotten naked in 45 minutes.
That would be a new genre maybe on OnlyFans.
I'll be the only one too.
Yeah.
So yeah. So all right, people. I'm Leroy, Ministry of Mistress. That's Michael. I'm gonna go watch Pause.
Mhm.
Granddad gets tricked into doing a Tyler Perry movie. I'll be light skinned for you forever. And watch me some Catch a Freebie. Don't trust those new over there.
All right, folks, that's it. We out. Bye.
Deuces.